Do you ever catch yourself saying something online that you probably wouldn't say in real life? I'm looking at you, internet trolls. Got something bad to say to me? Come at me, bro. Come on. I'm just kidding. We don't get trolls on our videos. Y'all are all great. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, for example, my name is Miles with the Y, Bess, B-E-S-S. And I got into a little altercation with the guy because his name was Miles with an I, B-E-S-T. So, I was talking trash. I just kept tweeting him like, there can only be one. I'm better than you. Get off Twitter. Now, I was the aggressor in the whole situation. I probably wouldn't have done it if I had to see him face to face, but I was online and I felt protected by the internet. I'm asking, is the internet making us mean? So it's a real thing. The internet really can make people act differently online than they do face to face. Researchers call this the online disinhibition effect. You know that little inner voice in the back of your head that tells you something might be a bad idea? Well, the internet can kind of shut that voice up. You might end up saying or doing something mean that you'll regret later, or sharing something that's a little TMI. So why do we act differently online? Well, if you think about it, there's a lot about chatting online that's pretty different than talking in person. And it's these differences that can lead us to do things online that we normally wouldn't do. First, let's discuss anonymity, which, by the way, is one of the hardest words to say in the English language. Never mind. A lot of time we're communicating online, we're anonymous, which means other users don't know who we really are. This is especially true on forums or anonymous apps. And this lack of accountability can make us feel free to do or say whatever. We're less worried about real life consequences because no one knows who we are. So you might just be saying stuff all willy-nilly. Next up is lag time. When we're communicating online and on social media, it doesn't always happen in real time. There's often a delay between when we post something and when we get a response. And this lag time can lead us to say more impulsive stuff. We can just post something and bounce, and not really worry about the consequences. Finally, let's talk about how there's a lack of nonverbal cues online. So even if you know who someone is online, you can't always read their body language, facial expressions, or tone, which gives you super valuable information on how they may be feeling. Without these cues to respond to, you might not self-censor as much. Like if you're talking to someone face to face and you can read that they're unhappy or bored or indifferent to what you're saying, you might choose to shut up. But online, you don't have those cues, so you'll probably just keep going. Side note, this is exactly why we need a sarcasm font. It's gotten me in trouble way too much. So it's not surprising that recent surveys have found that 40% of adults have experienced harassment online, and 66% have witnessed it. And 59% of teens have been harassed or cyberbullied. Not cool, people. Just be nice. So for better or worse, the internet really can make you act differently than you would face to face.